Okay, so we are testing some tracks on the schedule for the Xfinity series. We finished up the truck series. And let's go to our next track that we have to test. That looks like Dover, the Monster Mile. Okay.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
Yo, Isaiah.
Going too fast.
Oh.
Too fast. Slow down. Black flag. Black flag.
Yo, dude, I'm live streaming. You should check it out.
No, stay.
One Pringle, that's enough. Let's, yeah, test out Mid-Ohio.
All right, dig. Clear left.
Somehow we still overshoot that turn there. Oh, too fast. Yep, and here we go. Not what we were picturing there.
All clear.
And that's why you don't text and drive. So, we're done testing out Mid-Ohio. Next track we need to check out is New Hampshire. Then after New Hampshire, gotta test out the Indy Roval, Michigan, and then the Charlotte Roval. So we only got three more tracks to test out here. We have the schedules out. And once we finally get people for this racing league, I will give a number on the Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup Series. So you know, obviously, 40 cars in the Cup Series. But not every race is going to have
Clear the pit. Hammer down.
Such as this track right here. This track in the Cup Series, Xfinity, and Truck will not have every single car. And that one car that gets the win doesn't have to race, can be the pace. Which in the Trucks and Xfinity, I would gladly be the pace car. But since I race Cup race full time here, I'm going to be doing the Cup
Careful,
race.
still there. Alright, you're clear.
So somebody else will be responsible for being the pace car. Okay, we usually reach our practice goal and then we leave the track. Unless we leave before. Okay, so let's do the Indy Road course now. Now, as of right now, the Cup Series is not doing the oval at Indy. We're doing the Roval. We may drop a race and run the oval there if we decide to. But since we're going off the IRL schedule, except we added a Daytona, then yeah, that's how it is. So, basically for Xfinity and Cup, oops, I did not mean to quit, so we'll have to go back in that. For Xfinity and Cup, there'll be 3 races at Daytona in the season. The season opener, a mid-season race, and the regular season finale. For the Trucks, there will only be 1 race in the season at Daytona. And then at Talladega, this season, there will only be 2 races there. The regular season race and the playoff race. But I have plans to add a race at Talladega as well as Daytona in a future schedule. Just like when the new NASCAR game comes out, NASCAR 21, or there's talk about it being NASCAR NXT. One of those 2 names, whatever it is. Then obviously we'll have Nashville Super Speedway as well, so we will have, let's see, season, mid-season, regular season finale. So as of currently, if I got my number right, there will be, well, hang on, Daytona, Talladega, there'll be a total of 7 races on super speedways, except 6 of them will be at the same track in the next NASCAR game.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
1 of them will be at a different track. Which is Nashville. And hopefully we actually got the Daytona road course in that game too, so we can run that race. The race to replace that, since the Daytona road course was not added in this game, was Watkins Glen. We'll run that as the second race of the season for all 3 series. But like we mentioned, the extra, oops, we overshot that one. And since this is only practice, we don't have to worry, but you don't want to do that during a race. Anyway, what I'm saying is, like I said, only the Xfinity and Cup Series will have 3 races at Daytona this season. I don't know if the trucks will have an extra 2 races next season at Daytona or Talladega. I'll have to think about it. Because technically in IRL, they don't do 3 races at Daytona or Talladega, which Talladega will not have its 3rd race until a future schedule, which will most likely be next season. And basically how this league works is once we end the season and determine a champion, we take a 3-week break and then we begin the next season. So during the 3-week break, the schedule will come out for the next season. That's how it's going to be for right now, since we're just getting things started. Well, we were not paying attention. Just, wow, really overshot that one. During the 3-week break, we'll have the schedule come out. Then we'll start with the season opener at Daytona, and so on. We overshot the turn again. See, this is why we practice. So that stuff like this doesn't happen too much. And I'm sure some of you are wondering how practice and qualifying is gonna go. Practice will be a 40-car race. It will be set probably to 3%, whatever the lowest race percent you can go on here under settings. So it'll probably only be like 8 laps, for an example. Around a super speedway such as Daytona or Talladega, it will be probably 8 laps for practice. And how qualifying is going to work is, at the super speedways, we always start 40 cars in the Cup Series. So we'll split it up into groups of 20 for qualifying. We'll take 20 cars, do the 8 laps just like practice, and then whoever wins that 8-lap race will obviously start on the pole, and the first race will determine the odd numbers. Then the other 20 cars will go 8 laps, and the winner of that will start second, and that will determine the even numbers, 2nd through 40th, and then the first one will determine 1st through 39th. We do our own cautions, so obviously caution flags will not be out, but they will be called if a caution comes out. And we are looking for people to volunteer to be officials for the season, so they can so they can deal with the cautions and green flags and stuff. Now, obviously, position when we do that, after we do that qualifying. We will start the race normal, because obviously it's going to make us go straight to a green flag start on lap 1. Then, as soon as everybody crosses the start-finish line, the official will throw the caution. This will not require pace laps, but it will be a caution, kind of like a competition caution, so you can get into your proper position. Once everybody's in their proper position, we'll bring it around to the restart zone, they'll throw the green flag. Let's say, after I do this practice here, I'll show you an example of how fast you probably should go on a caution. And this goes for weeks we do have a pace car. Not every race we're going to have a pace car. Such as the Daytona 500 for the Cup cars. We're not going to have a pace car in that race because all 40 cars will start. Same for the Xfinity and trucks. We won't have a pace car or truck because all the trucks and all the cars are stopped.
Careful, still there. You're all clear up top.
This is different from other racing leagues. So don't be mad because rules are different from leagues you were in before. Oops, I don't want to do that. Actually, I want to continue. Let's continue practice. And let's get back out there. Alright, so here's an example of how fast you should go when NASCAR either throws a well, yeah, we call it NASCAR. Throws a competition caution or a caution so you can get into your proper position. Let's say a car goes into the wall, like a big hit like that. Obviously, a big hit like that would take you right out of the race. That type of hit, you see how badly damaged the car is, that takes you out of the race. Now, I'm going to go to pit road. Or actually, no, I'm going to show you how fast it's going. So try to keep it in the 80s to the 70s on a caution. And I'm going to go over the amount of pace laps depending on the track. So obviously you can swerve like this, it's fine. But just don't run into the other cars.
Car outside.
So you see I got it at 81 here.
Hold your line, got one outside.
And I'm not going to go to pit road. Yeah, like I said, damn, a hit like that would take you right out of the race.
Car outside, hold your line.
Back in the restart zone, you would accelerate, but there's an example of a restart. You got the 11 up there.
All clear.
You want to, if you're out in front, you want to be careful with the cars behind you. And not all restarts will be the same. At certain tracks, we may do a single file restart, but most commonly, you'll see 20 cars on the top side, 20 cars on the bottom, unless if there's not 40 cars starting at that track. Now, while we return to the garage and head to the next track we're going to test, which is the Charlotte Roval, here's how the cautions work. Or the pace laps, excuse me. Pace laps, it varies between track. A super speedway, you do 3 pace laps, then you go back racing. A speedway. Um, you do 3 laps. A short track, or a track like the Monster Mile, or just a small track in general, and small road courses. Or no, small road courses like Watkins Glen and the Charlotte Roval, you do 3. Um, and then smaller tracks such as Bristol, the Monster Mile, and stuff like that, you do 5, and including Martinsville here. What else did I not do? And then road courses. If it's a big road course, not crass, like this one or Sonoma, you only do 1 pace lap, then it's racing. So, super speedways and racetracks like Texas and all those other tracks, 3, and I'm gonna repeat this so you guys get this. Tracks such as the Monster Mile in Bristol, 5. Big road courses, like, I guess you could call it a super road course, just like a super speedway, you do 1. And a short road course, I guess we can call it, you do 3. So, and I will show you an example of some pace laps at the Charlotte Roval here, before I get started. But on the final lap, and we're not doing the choose rule stuff, so you don't have to worry about that, but on the final pace lap, like once you hit the line, and you'll be told that the pace car will be pulling off, like, if there is a pace car, next time. Then you obviously, if it's, you'll have the cars up top, the cars down low, pretty much doubled like that. If it's a single file, then yeah, it means single file. And the single file means you cannot move your position until you cross the start finish line.
Clear off pit road. Left side, left side.
So at a road course, pace laps will be different.
Side,
You're going to want to go slow.
Car left.
Just so that you make the turns here. So you don't want to run that over. And we're only going to do 1. Because I know some people will get it. There's only one thing that stinks, though. In IRL, they go through the restart zone, and not the chicane. At this track in the game, you have to go through the chicane before you can take the green flag. Obviously, you want to take it slow through here on a pace lap, not do that. Now that bus stop might just be the toughest part of this track. And if the Daytona, which most likely it will, but if the Daytona road course is added into the next NASCAR game, that backstretch bus stop will probably be difficult there too. So see, the restart zone is blocked off. You have to go through here. And then you get the green flag, and then go. Now, you don't want to perform a Chase Elliott. I believe it was in 2018 he did it. I took a break from NASCAR for a while and started watching again in 2020, so I don't remember the year. So you want to take it nice and slow, easy. You can run over them turtles with 2 wheels. You just don't want to run over them and wreck yourself or something. So see, overshooting like that. If you overshoot and it's just a little bit, you touch the grass a little bit, you'll be fine, just get back on the track. But if you go off a lot and pretty much run off the course a whole bunch, then that's when you'll run into a problem. And it's going to make you stop, but how our league works is the officials will send you to the rear. At a road course, they will send you to the rear. If you accidentally do that, or even if, well, if you, yeah, even if you miss this chicane, see, like that right there, that'd take you right out of the race, that wreck right there. So you want to be careful. But yeah, here at this road course, it will send you to the rear, basically any road course. So try not to do it. I mean, it happens, so I can't tell you not to do it. Sometimes even the most careful drivers end up in somebody else's mess or a mess. But yeah, that's pretty much testing the tracks. And if you want more information about this league, you can add me on here, Gaming Jeff 2022, all lowercase, all together. And let's try to get to 4,000 public watch hours, guys, and thousands of subs, so we can create a super chat for you guys. And yeah, so we can, if this video hits 100 likes, I will, if this video hits 100 likes, I will do, I'll have to think, I don't know what I'm going to do, but yeah, it's not going to be a challenge, because if I let you guys choose a challenge, some of you would probably choose something way too weird, but I don't know, I'll figure it out. Oh, here's a good idea. If we get this to 100 likes, then I will show a lot more how-to videos and a lot more videos in general of, you know, racing and stuff. Now here's what's gonna happen. Like I mentioned before, we're actually going to have people stream this on a different channel. The channel name will obviously be from it. Oh, here's our, by the way, before I finish that, here's our Daytona car. My team uses the Hendrick cars, so I made a backup sponsor for the 48 other than just Ally. And yeah, there you go, look at that. So, yep, obviously, now that I mentioned, well, not really obviously, because some of you probably wouldn't know this, and that's, we don't use the real-life team names in here, so we make our own team names. So if you come in here and make a team, no Team Penske or anything like that, you know, it can be something as simple as your last name, and maybe you have a co-owner, their last name, and Motorsports. And yes, it has to be realistic. So no inappropriate stuff, that will be denied. And we'll see you in the next one. Actually, I lied. I was explaining the stream. So yes, the channel name will have to have something to do with the racing. So it'll probably just be something simple as NASCAR on YouTube. I do know that we'll have different channels do this. So the first half will be broadcasted on one person's channel, and then the second half will be broadcasted on another channel. I will for sure get that for any people that just want to watch, you know, have fun, and stuff like that. And on here, on mine, I will be doing an in-car camera each week. So if you don't really want to watch like the other drivers, and you want to watch just one driver, or you're a fan, I'll be doing my in-car camera. But yeah, see ya in the next one.